Hey family, it's Sandra, a queen. And today I have a lot to talk about. Um, First, I want to talk about how I've been working on myself. I go to the gym and my gym has closed. So, with that being said, I walk more. Um, I've been taking this tea that's full of lemons. See that? Look. And you add lemons. I have fruit in here. I have peppermint tea. And so what I do is I make this when I come home from work. I work a midnight shift, which a lot of times I'm a little sleepy, not sluggish, but just a little sleepy. And so this helps me to rest. Peppermint tea, as you know, will help you to rest, and it's very calming to your nerves. It stops migraines. Now, I would like to make a disclosure. Do not use this if you are on medication. Make sure your doctor approves it first before you do that, because you don't want to harm yourself with medicine, and that you have to be careful with herbal teas. And I'm going to eventually get my license as a holistic doctor, I think. But at any rate, I've been taking herbal teas ever since I was born. My mama started me out with catnip tea. And her theory behind catnip tea was that children have like hives inside of their spine. And if you notice, some babies, not all babies that are newborns, they have this little rash all over their face. Some children, they come out, some it don't. So my mother said that they wanted mine to come out. It's 7 of us, so all of us had the catnip tea. Newborns can sip off a spoon, believe it or not. So she said she made the tea up and gave me a big old tablespoon of it, like 2 tablespoons of it. And you want those hives to come out of that child because they can stay in their spine. And by staying in their spine, it can cause them to have different spinal dysfunctions that they normally wouldn't have. So, my mother was really into herbal teas, and that's from the old remedies. Look, don't look at me, disclaimer. I'm not saying, that if your child doesn't break out with the bumps that they'll be sick. I'm not saying that. But I'm part African, I'm part British, and I am part Haitian. So from where I'm from, they're really into herbal teas. I don't catch colds. It's very rare I'm sick. It's just very rare anything because of herbal tea. And I've been, my family has been practicing this for a lifetime. So that's part of the reason why my skin is so clear. It's the reason why I'm so healthy. I just thank God. I just thank the Lord for taking care of me. Also, you want to eat more fruits and vegetables. I do intermittent fasting, and that's really important too. That gives your body a chance to rest and to, cleanse itself. Just like the earth has stopped right now, God has stopped earth and mankind. You have to do that with your body. Stop doing all these things that's messing your body up. I'm not against anyone, and I'm not making fun of anyone, but all the smoking and the drinking, that's going to catch up with you one day. Whatever it is, what wall you have up that's causing you to do that, you need to pull that wall down so that you can be more healthy. I'm not saying that, you're going to automatically be healthy. You won't have any health challenges. That's not true. I've had plenty of health challenges. But what I want to say is I came out on top because I had all of this in my bloodstream all along. Like when I had that really bad automobile accident, I came out on top because I was drinking herbal teas, and it brought me back. I used the supplements of herbal teas as opposed to medicines, and I'm not against medicine. There was one point I did take some medicine, but not much. And I just thank the Lord for giving me the wisdom to go the health route to come back. I had to learn how to walk. I had to learn how to talk again because a truck had struck my car. My car went into the wall in 94, which is an expressway, and it went into the wall not once, not twice, but 3 times head on. As a result, I broke my neck. I heard my neck pop. And I did go before God, but God said it wasn't my time, so I had to come back. So I'm here. And I just want to thank the Lord. In 7 years, I went through a lot. I still have some issues, but they're not like really, really bad to the point where I can't function. I thank God that I made it through all of that. I had 7 specialists that, helped me to make it, plus the prayers of my family, my godparents, everybody, my churches that I was at the time, because I was traveling and speaking with my godmommy. And so I just thank the Lord, for my health and everything. And I've been on track with that ever since. When God said, once I heal you of certain things, are you going to go back to that way of eating, those old bad habits of doing things the way you want to do, the partying and the clowning? I said, God, no. I'm going to really, take care of myself. And I made that promise to God, and I have kept it. I just want to say, your health is wealth. That's a form of wealth, and you need to keep up. So, with that being said, I've been going to the gym. I was going to the gym, but my gym closed, okay? And, big shout out to all of them at any time. I love them so much. And the last area that I'm working on now is my waistline. I have a small percentage of body fat left, not much. And, as you see, I'm all built up. The girl is built. But when I wear my uniform to work, the men go crazy. I'm built like Megan Thee Stallion, okay? And I'm grateful for my body. And I just want to say to our women, you know what? However you're shaped, there's somebody for everybody. If you go get the implants, I don't have nothing against that. For me, I'm only afraid of one thing, that I don't want to get any type of illness in my body from arranging my body from what God has given me. I've always been a very thick type child, not fat, just thick and healthy, and I'm grateful for that. Sometimes you need a little body fat in case something come against you physically. We never know in this life. I pay my tithes and my offerings. I give to the Lord. I serve the Lord. I pray. I fast. I do all of that. But yet and still, that does not stop trouble from coming. Like my coach, Stefan, said, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. He didn't say it wasn't coming. He just said it wasn't going to keep expanding against you. And so we've got to learn and understand that just because you pay tithes and offerings or you give to the Lord don't mean you won't be tried. We need to quit coming to church with these blinds on and veils. I'm in the Lord. One time I was on my way to work and these 5 young men decided they wanted to jump me. They thought I was an old man in a jumpsuit because that's what I had on. And I had my work uniform underneath it. I didn't want them to see that I was an officer. I didn't want them to see that I'm a military supervisor for the Border Patrol. So I didn't want them to see that. I'm grateful to God they thought I was a man because by me being a female, who's to say they probably would have tried to rape me. But at any point, I did fight back. I called on Jesus, but it got to a point where I just let go. Okay, I said, Lord, cover me in the name of Jesus. And, we fought and fought and fought. It was 5 of them and 1 of me. And that was when I went and got my gun license. I said, oh, this won't happen again. You can count on that. And then on top of that, where you live, you got to start living in better places. I was paying rent. I was paying light, gas. All that was totaling up to a large amount of money because it was a mini mansion. So what I did was I just found me a beautiful apartment out here on the river. And I'm in between 2 countries. And save a bundle. I don't have to pay lights, gas, water. I don't have to do all of that anymore. Sometimes you just have to put your money together, ask God to relocate you, and go somewhere beautiful. This is beautiful here. Our skin here shine and pop because we're constantly being rained on and precipitation and everything. And I'm really grateful for where I am. The mindset of the people here is totally different. Everything here is just bobble nails. Ouch. And everything out here is just perfect for me. You have to ask God to open doors and help you, and He will do it. I just want to say I'm grateful I'm still alive at this point, but that was a cheap shot from the devil, but I still managed to survive. I'm just grateful to the Lord. I just want to say I want to give a big shout out to Udemy.com because now I'm going in to be a life coach, and I'm really excited. I have to sit down. Jesus, sometimes I feel like I have ADHD, I'll be honest. But I sit down and I listen, and I just finished the video part of it, and I meant to tell my coach that I didn't get a chance to. But how you can set up videos for home if you want to teach in their class, they allow it, but you have to do a curriculum according to what they already have. So I was like, well, okay, I could do that too. And so, I submitted a curriculum which is how to pass exams and pass them successfully. A lot of people don't know how to do that, but I do know how to do that. So I can make videos about that. They said talk for 50 minutes. Sure, I can talk for 50 minutes because I have the gift of gab. That's not hard either. And so I just want to say that I pray it go through. But if it doesn't, I got something else. How to be an actress. I'm an actress too. I got many skills. I'm multi-talented. So I just thank the Lord for that. I just wanted to show you guys what I got today. I already made a video about the red raspberry tea. I'm really into my health, but I ordered this from Amazon. Whew. And just follow the disclaimer. I'm not saying use this, but this is great for women health. It's high in vitamin C, magnesium, potassium, and folate. And it's good for the female reproductive system. It's very healthy, and it keeps you, feeling mighty fine. This is organic, and it comes from Bulgaria, but it's still USDA approved. I wasn't expecting a bag like this, but I have a strainer. A lot of people don't have that, but I actually have a strainer that you dump this in, and you can let it sit in the hot water, And what it does is, as a diffuser, it makes the tea come out without the actual tea leaves coming out into your drink. So that makes a difference. That's very good just for this type of weather that we have here. I also use peppermint tea. I use that a lot. Now, you have to be careful with peppermint tea. The thing about peppermint tea is it will lower your red blood cells. You have to be careful with that. I will say a disclaimer again. Go to your doctor first before you use any of these, because I don't want you to say I'm the reason why you got sick. I surely don't want to be sued. So, I'm really into my health, and I'm really into health food. But also I wanted to show that I also did this, that I got a GoPro camera from Van Top, and I bought it through Amazon. It is absolutely perfect. I'm really enjoying it. I ordered the micro SD cards for it so that it can go. I already programmed it into my phone. I programmed everything, and it came with this really neat, nifty backpack and all these little accessories. Look, you can mount it. Look at that. And there's the charger for the batteries. I have 2 batteries. There is a literal remote for this bad boy. Look at that. All for $59. I got it on sale. There's the lens cleansers and everything. And this is the one that it sits up and mount on. You can mount it on the table. This is for your wrist, to strap it to your wrist if you need to. Also, this GoPro goes underwater. I just wanted to show this. It's in a glass bowl, like a covering, a protection, so you can go underwater with it. I may want to do some underwater pics. I'm really into photography. And this comes off. And it's a touch screen. You can touch the screen inside. This is the camera itself. And then there's the touch screen on the back. This just protects it. Oh, wait a minute. Ooh, okay. Alright. I am really thoroughly enjoying everything that I'm purchasing from Amazon right now. And these are just the different attachments that go with it. I put it all in my backpack, so I have it. Ouch! I hit my knee. And then this is another battery. This is so you can mount it on your helmet. I've already checked everything. Y'all already know. Pieces so that you can adjust. That's another piece. You take the tape off and stick it on your helmet. That'll never happen. Not anytime soon. This is an adapter so you can charge it up. I need that. Put that in the front. I love this backpack. Another screw so that you can mount it. Okay. So, I thought I would show you guys that excellent purchase. I have to purchase a microphone too. I'm going to probably do podcasts. I'm thinking. I'm not sure yet. I got to see what I want to do next. I'm going to start doing cartoon books for children. And the point behind that will be so that children can make wise decisions. Some children don't have parents that tell them right from wrong. Some children don't have parents at all, and you never know whose hands that book might fall into that it may help. But I'm going to call her Sandy You Send Me. And I already made the cartoon up. And what you want to do as well when you make up a cartoon is you also want to, I have like a cartoon that's movable. You can always download any app and create an avatar of yourself. And from there, you just work it. I speak to people through my cartoons. They love it. And I'm just a big kid at heart. That's all that's about. But I want to also show you this next project that I'm doing. Now, I know you've seen at the store these gift boxes that have like pictures on them. They're really cute. But what I want to do is show you this. You can get one of these mandala books from the dollar store. And what you do is, I'm going to go on and tear this one out. Yeah, okay. They're just coloring books, okay? And what you want to do, you might even want to use a puzzle book. I would say use a puzzle book as well. You can take a puzzle out and cut the top of this, cut this, and put it on. You can just cut both out, tear it out, cut it out. And what you want to do is, I have the box already here. You can get any box that you want. It doesn't matter. I use my Prime boxes from when I order items from Amazon. And just follow the disclaimer, I do not own any rights to Amazon. What you want to do is just put it on like that. You put the picture on that you colored, or you can wait and put the picture on and then color it. And what you want to do, now my sister gave me double-sided tape. You can use the double-sided tape as well. You want to just line it up. I mean, you might want to go a little under it. But I know in this case, it's like a perfect fit. This is weird. Okay, yeah, well, you can use the double-sided tape. My sister gave me some double-sided tape. And you just put it in the 4 areas of the box. I'm very creative. I'm always creating something. That's me. Just out of sheer boredom. I need some entertainment. Don't pay me any attention. Alright, give me a minute, everybody. Give me 1 minute. Okay? And then what you want to do is take the glue stick. I have Elmer's glue from the dollar store. And you just want to run the glue stick. Oh, it's purple. That's pretty. Okay, you just want to run the glue stick all over. Just crazy, crazy, crazy. It doesn't matter. See? You just run it all over. Make sure you don't put it on the tape that you have. You don't want to put it on the tape. Because the tape is already sticking. I don't know how this glue might do. I love this glue. I remember this glue from when I worked at the plant back in the day. And you just go for it. Go for it. Just go all over. Da-da-da-da-da. Boom. And then you take your pick and you stick it on. And what happens is you go all the way around the box with this. Go all the way around on all sides. You don't have to do the bottom. That's not necessary. And do your top. You know, you can make it where it's just a slot right here. You can cut a slot right there. And you can glue the box closed. I'm going to use this to put all my $5 bills in. It's a bank. You can put coins in here because it's already taped at the bottom. It'll hold. It'll be solid. And as you see, my picture is not coming off. And I can finish coloring it on it. I saw this at the store. And I was like, I asked my sister, I said, how much does that cost? And she was like $20-something. I said, girl, I could make it for a couple of dollars, if that. So you have to just learn to be really creative. I pray and ask God about it. I have my coloring pencils. And I also have crayons. So, you know, that's just a little artsy project to do while you're at home. Make you some colorful boxes to store your items in. You can put hair scrunchies in it. Whatever you want to do. You can actually cut like the top of the box off and create and get a bigger box and put it on top. Like make a bigger lid for it with all of that on it. And you only made it for pennies on $1. And that's really, really good. Okay, so that's our art project for today. I also want to talk to you about staying safe. I received this book from some young people downtown here where I live. And I did not know that hydrogen peroxide is an antibacterial solution. So if you don't have the 99% alcohol, you can use hydrogen peroxide. So I'm going to purchase a lot of peroxide instead. And you can use that for your hands as a sanitizer, or you can wipe a surface with it. A lot of people are going for the alcohol, and as you know, in most stores, the alcohol is gone. But you can use hydrogen peroxide, and that's just as good as 99% alcohol. Maybe not better, but, you know, it'll do if you need something microbacterial or whatever, antibacterial. So I wanted to talk about also relationships. In some cases, if you all are like married, it's different. In my case, we were just dating and I let him go. Okay, and part of the reason why he said I was too independent, but you know, you got to hear both sides of a story. So I told my ex, I said, well, you never made me feel like I could come and ask you for anything. You were always penny pinching, grabbing up bottles, and here you had 5 bank accounts, and you got old girl, and she took one whole bank account out, you know, being greedy. And I'm not saying that's what he deserved. I'm not going to say that. But I'm going to say this. Sometimes you're not good enough for the wrong person. That's what my coach was saying, and I agree. If you pray about it first, then you make your decision. In my case, we weren't together. I just wanted freedom. I wanted to be away from him. I was not in love. Don't stay, ladies, because he has money. He had money. Don't stay because he has a position or a title in life. That's not good enough. You know, you got to stay because you know that's your connection. That's your twin flame. You really, really are in love with him. I was not in love with him, okay? At one point I was, but as time went on, I found out we were so incompatible. And please do not make that mistake of just jumping in bed with someone because you just feel a void or a need. That's not good enough. You got to get the man that God truly wants you to have. And so as a result, I broke it off. I broke the relationship off, right? And, he had gotten himself together with Christ, and I was happy for him and that. Don't get me wrong. I was really happy that he accepted the Lord in his life, and he came back to me. He took me out to dinner for my birthday. I told you all about that. It was very nice. We had a very pleasant time, only because I'm a very pleasant person. And, he's always had a very calm attitude about him, but sometimes, there's a difference between confidence and arrogance. There was a little arrogance, which that's not an issue. I'd rather have a man that's arrogant than someone that doesn't have self-esteem at all. So arrogancy is not a problem to me. But even being bougie, that's not a problem. I'm slightly bougie myself. But the problem was, I just felt like he was just coming back to me because everything else failed. Do not be the rebound girl or guy. Don't do that. Don't let somebody come to you because everything else in their life failed. You're worth more than that. And so what I ended up doing was working on myself. If you work on yourself, God will give you somebody right on that level where you are. And I have really been working on myself. I decided to just go abstinent, and it's been like 18 years. A lot of people say you're a virgin by then. Okay, well, I take that title too. It's okay. I'm not ashamed of it. One thing about it, I don't have any soul ties. And a soul tie is when you're sleeping with someone, and you might be sleeping more than one person, but you're taking on their characteristics. You're taking on their spirit, their soul, their ways. Your soul has a lot to do with your emotions, how you act, the way you present yourself. And you might end up acting a little strange or a little different and don't even know why. And you don't want to deplete the God that's in you, messing around with all these other spirits out here that's not right. Now, to me, a twin flame is a connection where you two actually, from the moment you look at each other, this is for me. He's the one. This is she's the one that I want. And you're into each other. You don't have to make up a conversation. You can just feel one another. You can just sit there and laugh and talk. You can have a twin flame connection with a friend of the same sex. Not saying that you're gay, but I have, like my sister Cynthia, we just get along, and I love the pup Hank. He just fits in. He's like a little baby brother to me. Yeah, he's so cute. But I'm just saying, like, I can think something, and she'll say, well, I was just thinking that. That's funny. But God will give you people that are like you, that think like you, that act like you. And, I love you, Hank and Cynthia. I love my honeys. And so I just want to give a big shout out to my coach for blessing me to know I'm on the right path. That means so much to me. And like I had told him, I typed in, I said, I'm ready. I wrote on one of his posts, I'm ready now. I can handle a relationship, I think, without feeling the insecurities or, feeling like, oh my God, I don't think I can handle this, or feeling the overwhelming feeling that you get from being in a relationship, being vulnerable. He was saying you got to pour into a person, they got to pour into you. I said, I understand, I get it. And I poured into a relationship that didn't go nowhere. It was not even worth Jack Diddy. Let's go there. So, he was treating me like a wife, and I didn't even have girlfriend status. I didn't know where I stood with him, and that was my fault. You can't blame the ex for everything. Some things is on us. We need to do better. When you know better, you do better. For me, anyway. Some people know better and stay the same. That's on them. But, don't punish yourself. So, while you're waiting on your king to come from God, go to the gym, work out, walk, exercise. I got a little bit of body fat left. Not much. And I'm really proud of what I've done with myself, as far as my career. I'm in school once more and again to be a certified life coach. I made purchases as far as cameras and everything, so that everything I do will be right when I come on YouTube. And just getting my world together. I have investments, as women. Now, whoever I marry, I'm sure he's into interdependent. I'm sure of that. A lot of men are. I'm going to stay home. That's my next move. I've gone out here in the workforce. I'm not for it. I'm tired. This is not what I want. So I just want to be a stay-at-home wife and mommy or whatever. I just want to stay home. I don't want to be out here anymore working and I'm every woman. It's only me. That's okay if that's what you want to do. And I understand. I don't have any walls up. So with that being said, I don't mind being home. Some women feel like, oh my God, like I told one of my friends, don't treat me like a slave. But yes, I will stay home gladly. And when you start adding in babies and children and whatever, you got to stay home as a woman. I just don't feel comfortable, going out into the workforce, leaving my child at daycare. If you have to do that, I'm not judging you. But I'm just saying, for me, I don't think that's something that I would want to do. I would rather stay home. And I'm going to work every day. I work midnights. I'm really tired. COVID-19 has taken over and changed my world tremendously. But I thank God he kept me afloat through all of this. I've had a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of, running with people to make sure they're okay. I'm a first responder as well. To see people sick with COVID-19 is no joke. I've lost 10 people in my life right now, and it was a real tragedy, a really great loss. And my love goes out to them, especially to the Slater family. I love them so much. They helped me to get my license, my gun license, and everything to do what I do now. And they had my back when I was going through. Like I said, 5 young men tried to jump me, and I just thank God. I said try because I fought back. And, I just thank the Lord that I survived. And that's what made me say, it's time to move to a better neighborhood and live a better lifestyle and all of that. So with that being said, you stay encouraged, and we'll talk some more about relationships, but stay prayerful, and if it's just to the point where they're putting their hands on you, domestic violence, you got to go. 3 bras, 3 draws. It really works. My sister said, what? I said 3 bras and 3 sets of underwear. At least you have something clean to wear wherever you run into. Sometimes you have to go. It's just for your life, for your safety. You have to go. And there are many organizations that will help you. I donate to domestic violence because domestic violence is real. Domestic violence doesn't have a look. I know people that work right beside me at work and was being beat and harmed. And I saw one young lady jump out of her car. And I was sad to see that. And she came into the job like everything was okay, but it wasn't. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's a victim of domestic violence. You got to go home to somebody beating on you and verbally abusing you. That's just not God's will. And so, you got to pray and ask God to give you a way of escape, and He will do it. I just thank God my ex never put his hands on me. I'm just grateful. People tell me, well, I would do this or I would do it. No, love make us do some stupid things and make some dumb choices in life. And sometimes we love people more than they love us. And with that being said, love yourself enough to take the next step, which I did, and said, enough is enough. I was mentally abused. To me, to sit and watch him with other women and God knows else who he was with, I had to go. I was not willing to stay in that situation. I had my own home. I had my own job. So I was pretty much good. I just need to move away from him. That's the way I felt. I'm not afraid of him. It's just a point of I needed to move on. Sometimes it's not about them. It's about you. So never look back, look forward. And I just want to say, be encouraged. You're in my prayers. And I pray and ask God to give you the strength to go. I pray and ask God in the name of Jesus that you would take care of you. And if you have a family, your children, they don't deserve to grow up and see hands being put on you other than in love. No, that's not the way, because they're going to take on that persona. I've had to help women who were abused and keep their children all night long. And it's a lot of work. Those children are traumatized. They don't forget. Don't think because they're 2 or 3 they don't know what's going on. Yes, they do. They're not as dumb as we propose. But they're also victims of their environment as well. And they deserve to come up in a happy, healthy, clean environment. So with that being said, you're in my prayers. And I know that God will make a way of escape if you need it. I love you. I care. And this is Sandra Queen. And I just want to say that I'm out. And God bless you. Bring